Getting to Know You, a weekly series highlighting the teachers and staff of the Salem School District. And now your host, Assistant Superintendent of Salem Schools, Maura Palmer.
Okay, welcome everybody to another episode of Getting to Know You. I am here today with Erin Bergeron. Erin is a teacher at Barron School, so welcome, Erin.
Thank you.
Thank you for joining us today. So you teach at which school?
Barron School.
Okay.
I'm a Barron Bobcat.
And you teach, why don't you tell us about the grade level you teach and if you've ever taught any other grade level?
I've been in the Salem School District for 13 years now.
Wow.
This is where I started. I'm hoping this is going to be where I end someday. I've taught second grade for the last 8 years, and prior to that I taught first grade.
Okay.
And I looped with one of my classes, which was a very unique experience and a lot of fun.
And so you've always been at Barron
Yes.
since you've been in the district.
Yes.
Did you find there was a big difference between first and second grade when you made the switch?
I did. I found there was a big jump, a lot more independence when you go to second grade. I wasn't tying as many shoes or zippering as many coats when I started second grade, so that was kind of a little bit different. They mold into third graders by the second half of the year, so
Sure.
they're much more independent.
Mm-hmm.
Which in first grade they're still little and they're babies, and
Right.
they come in as kindergartners. So
And when you started in the school district, was kindergarten in the district at that point?
it wasn't.
Right. So
Nope.
you were their first experience for a lot of them.
For a lot of them,
Yeah,
and a
the
lot of them
public
had
school.
never even had a school experience. So it was different. They're coming in with a lot more skills now.
Sure.
And, just more well-rounded.
Mhm. They know
So-
the school, they understand how the schedule works,
Exactly.
recess, lunch, all of that.
and they're
so-
familiar with the staff, and it's not as hard of a transition to first grade anymore. So
Right. So you live in Newburyport?
I do
Right
live in
now?
Newburyport.
So is that a commute for you? How long is that?
It's not bad. It's like 25 minutes.
Okay.
It's worth it. My husband grew up in Newburyport, and I love it there. We're big outdoors people. We love the beach and the ocean, so it's great.
Yeah, beautiful place to live for that.
And honestly, I started in Salem, and I love it here, and I wouldn't change it. So I don't plan on it.
That's great.
Yeah.
And you grew up in Hampstead?
I did grow up in Hampstead, but my family is originally from Salem. I grew up the first 5 years of my life. I lived in Salem.
Oh, no kidding. I didn't realize that.
Yep. And my dad owns a business on 28, so I have a lot of roots here. My grandparents live here. A lot of family here.
Okay. What's
So-
your dad's business that he owns?
Dodge Grain, the
Oh,
Agway on
okay.
on North
Didn't
Broadway.
know that either.
Yeah, so my dad and my uncle own it, but I have a lot of cousins. My sister and brother both work there. So Salem's like a second home to me.
Sure, sure. And of course, I know you as Erin Burke because
Yes.
you were my student when you were in 6th grade for
Yep.
math. So it's nice to, I feel so proud of the students I had in class, having them now teaching in the Salem School District. So
It's great seeing you, but
It's
it's
like-
hard calling you not Miss Sullivan, which
Miss
is
Sullivan, that's right.
Yes.
Not married, long time ago.
yes, exactly.
That's great. Okay, so what brought you to teaching, Erin? So did you always know you wanted to teach, or did it come
I've
along the way?
always loved working with kids, and I think it was my first grade teacher, Mrs. Denny, who I'm still in touch with.
I remember Mrs. Denny.
I love her, and she's from Hampstead Elementary School, and she was just the most lovely person, and she just made me love school. And I know I was little, but I just knew from that point on. Like, she let me clap the erasers outside or erase the board, and help bring papers to the office or stuff like that. And I just knew. And then slowly I started teaching CCD at our local church, and kind of got exposed to more kids, and then got a summer camp job, and just knew that this was the age group I wanted to work with. It was meant to be.
Wonderful. So what are you most proud of in your classroom?
My classroom. I think I am most proud of the relationships that I've made with my students and the families in my school district. I just feel like I've bonded with a lot of families. I've had a lot of siblings. And then just watching them grow throughout the years.
Sure.
Has been one of the most rewarding things. And then to have them come back.
Right, you're at that point now where they're coming back,
Yeah,
right?
and I've had a few intern with me from the high school, which has been so rewarding to see them. And I look back at their picture in first or second grade, and now they're in high school.
Right.
And to have them work side by side with me is so amazing.
Very rewarding.
Yes.
So we're filming this on a day after a school board presentation by Barron School.
Yes.
And you were a part of that.
I was.
So you did a wonderful job.
Thank you.
And I thought that Barron was well represented last night. I mean, the whole community was there. The students were wonderful. Remarkable, actually. The students that
Oh my gosh,
participated.
amazing.
So how does it feel to, take what you're doing during the day and be able to present it like that to the school board and in front of the,
It makes me proud of where I teach and the community I'm a part of. I think that's what I'm most proud of at Barron is the colleagues and the community that we have. It's just you are so supported by the principal, by Anna Peril, by all the staff members, and you're not afraid to try new things. And I think that was our big presentation last night is we're trying all this new stuff with productive talk moves and things like that. And it's not easy and you are going to fall, but it's okay. And, we've talked about that as a staff, as grade levels, with our principal, and to have that support and that community is so amazing.
It was wonderful. And it was a great presentation.
Thank you.
So you mentioned, you said that you'd like to stay in Salem even though you live in Mass and in Newburyport. And you mentioned your ties, with your dad's business and all of that. But what else is it about the Salem School District that makes you want to stay here and work here?
I think it's the fact that we're always changing and that nothing ever gets stale. Is that, even in the 13 years I've been here, things have evolved and changed. And I love that we're given the opportunity to learn all these new things with, staff development, with curriculum cabinets, with summer academies. They're always encouraging us to go back to school and they're supporting us in that. I 2 years ago decided, I had my master's, but my principal pushed me to go back to school and I wanted to become a reading specialist on top of it. Not because I wanted to leave the classroom, but just because I wanted to be exposed and have more knowledge about literacy. And the district was so supportive with that. And I was able to do some of my case studies in school and, use some of my students. And they're always supporting us in that way.
That's great.
And
so where did you go to school?
I went to school at St. Michael's for my undergraduate in Burlington, Vermont. And
Beautiful
then I
campus.
Gorgeous.
Beautiful campus.
And then I did Cambridge College in Cambridge, Boston. And then I just went to the University of New England in Maine for my CAGs.
So you do have, did you get your certification as a reading specialist? Did you finish the program?
I did.
Congratulations.
Yes, thank you.
That's wonderful. That's a great skill set to have.
It is.
Remaining in the classroom to use with your students.
There's so many things that I have in my pocket now that I can pull out for some of those kids and just so many things that, I didn't have before that are there now.
That's
so,
great.
Yeah.
Well, thank you very much, Erin. It's been a pleasure talking to you. And again, I'm very proud of you.
Thank you. Thank you very
doing
much.
such a nice job. So again, thanks for stopping by today.
Well, thanks for having me.
Okay, and thank you all very much for being here for another episode.
This has been a Salem School District Media Services presentation. Watch this and all SSD media programs anytime on any device at ssdtv6.com. For Salem School District Television, I'm Marty McHugh.